I'm a grateful believer in Jesus Christ, and I struggle with codependency, and I lost my husband to addiction. I met Mike while home from college one summer. We dated for several years and finally got married in 2008. It wasn't always the healthiest relationship. We both had our struggles, but neither of us really wanting to admit it. We were young and in love, and I thought once we're married, life would be so much easier. But it wasn't long before we were facing into some really big challenges in our relationship. Mike had struggled with anxiety and depression, and he would often use alcohol to cover up his feelings and become the life of the party. He eventually recognized that wasn't a healthy coping mechanism, so he tried medication to help with the anxiety and depression. Not long after, an old knee injury flared up, requiring surgery, and he added pain meds to his daily pill routine. The drinking continued, and the medication doses began to increase, and so began a downward spiral that happened faster than anyone could have imagined. During the summer of 2010, Mike and I started attending Chetts Creek Church. He had made a few attempts to get clean and sober, but it never lasted very long before the addiction pulled him back under. One day after service, Mike stopped and asked Pastor Spike for some prayer. He wanted to help, but he didn't know what to do. Pastor Spike told him about Celebrate Recovery services held here at the church every Monday night. So the next day, we came, and Pastor Spike led us to our first meeting together. We continued attending CR and Chetts fairly regularly, and I was starting to establish some relationships and had even auditioned for the worship team. But unfortunately, Mike's sobriety was short-lived, and on December 15, 2010, he died of an accidental drug overdose. My life as I knew it came to a screeching halt. After the funeral and a brief time away, I came back to Chetts, finding healing and strength through Celebrate Recovery, finding opportunities to serve on the worship team, and finding new friendships and relationships that I still have today. In 2012, I got the opportunity to lead worship for a Celebrate Recovery service, and I've been serving in the CR worship ministry ever since. I've been fortunate to lead worship and give my testimony at Celebrate Recovery meetings all over town, including rehab facilities and prison ministries. Through Chetts Creek Church and Celebrate Recovery, I now have a deeper relationship with God. I enjoy serving on the worship team both Sunday mornings and on Monday evenings. I have a church family and home that has seen me through some of my darkest times, and I can now share my story of how God can turn beauty from ashes.